Alex here. Hey friends, there's something I need to share with you today. Tuna is facing a huge challenge. Her ex-mother-in-law has tracked down where she and little Henry are staying. An unexpected visit could put Henry's life in danger. Can Tuna protect her son from this threat? Tuna has always tried to create a happy life for Henry. But can the ghosts of the past destroy it all? Will this meeting be the end of the peaceful days Tuna has had, or just the beginning of an even more intense storm? But I can't let that happen. I'll stand by Tuna as we build a new home. This will be a journey full of drama and surprises, and I can't wait to dive in with you all to see if Tuna and Henry can find happiness while facing the unpredictable danger from her ex-mother-in-law. What do you think? Can Tuna overcome this challenge? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and let's follow this intense journey together. The ex-mother-in-law stepped out of Tuna's farm gate with slow, deliberate steps. But inside, a storm of fury was building. The calm expression on her face couldn't hide the ruthlessness brewing inside. After many attempts to find them, she'd made a decision no one could have expected to kidnap Henry. As she turned away, her gaze briefly lingered on the small house where Tuna, the single mother, was raising Henry with boundless love. She smirked, mocking herself. The kindness she had worked so hard to maintain for years was nothing more than a facade, a strategy. She knew this was the only way to take back what was rightfully hers. Henry, her grandchild. Tuna, you think you can live peacefully. You think you'll be able to keep Henry forever. She whispered under her breath, her voice like steel. No, everything will belong to me. You stole my husband, and now you'll pay for it. No one knew that for months she had been quietly watching Tuna's every move. Whether Tuna went to the market or the night she heard Henry's laughter echoing from the little house, all of it fueled her unrelenting rage. Her visits were just to keep an eye on things, to find Tuna's weaknesses. And now, after making a chilling decision, she was ready to put her plan into action. The peace Tuna had was nothing more than a fragile dream. When the ex-mother-in-law looked back one last time at the small house, she felt a sense of victory rise inside her. As long as Tuna lets her guard down even a little, Henry will be mine. Everything will change in an instant. In the darkness, the ex-mother-in-law smiled. The storm inside her finally settled. She knew this was just the beginning. Tuna would never imagine how terrible the upcoming confrontation would be. And when her plan succeeded, Tuna would have to pay for her past mistakes. Henry was Tuna's only happiness, but would she be able to keep him when facing such a cold and ruthless enemy? Would Tuna uncover the plot before it was too late? Or would everything end in helplessness and pain? This scene will surely keep viewers glued to their screens. Everything has started, and the dark secrets will slowly be revealed in every passing moment. Tuna sat by the stove, her eyes never leaving Henry, the 3-month-old baby peacefully sleeping in his crib. Her simple happiness was all wrapped up in him, her only source of comfort in this life. The peaceful days passed, and she thought she could finally set aside all her worries, living beside her son, enjoying the quiet moments. But suddenly the wooden door burst open, and hurried footsteps echoed, causing Tuna to jump. Alex walked in, his eyes filled with tension and frustration. He said nothing, only slamming his fist onto the wooden frame of the small bamboo table, the sound echoing like it was waking something in the still air. She dared to show up here. Alex growled, his voice full of anger. She's not here just to see your son. Tuna quickly stood up and rushed over, grabbing Alex's hand to reassure him. She tried to smile, but her heart was filled with worry. Don't worry, I've already kicked her out. She can't do anything now. Even so, Alex's eyes were still full of doubt. She's not the type to give up easily. I know she's hiding something dangerous. Tuna tried to push away her own fear, holding onto his hand tightly. Don't worry too much. I won't let her hurt our son. But deep down, Tuna couldn't hide the anxiety creeping in. She knew, even though she'd kicked her out, the danger was far from over. Her ex-mother-in-law was still watching from the shadows, and everything could change in an instant if they let their guard down. The tension in the room grew. Henry, still so young, at just 3 months, couldn't possibly understand the danger lurking nearby. Tuna could only protect him with her boundless love. But would that love be enough to stop the plans of her ex-mother-in-law? Her plan wasn't simple. She didn't just want to regain control. She wanted to take Henry, the child Tuna loved more than anything in the world. And just one moment of carelessness from Tuna, and she wouldn't hesitate to make that plan a reality. Alex looked straight into Tuna's eyes, his voice serious. We can't let her get close to Henry. We can't let her drag you into her games. No matter what it takes, I will protect you and Henry. Tuna said nothing, only lowering her gaze to Henry, the baby lying peacefully in his crib, unaware of the danger drawing near. An unsettling feeling rose in her chest, knowing that her ex-mother-in-law was not someone who would give up easily. This plot had just begun, and everything would get much worse if Tuna wasn't careful. What would she do next? Could Tuna and Alex protect Henry from her cruel hands? Or would a new battle begin with Henry's safety as the most important thing? Everything would be revealed, and the only way to know was to wait for what was coming in the days ahead. Alex held Tuna's hand tightly, his eyes filled with worry and determination. He pulled her close, his voice full of concern. Why don't you move in with me? My mom will take care of Henry and you. You and him will be safer. You won't have to worry anymore. Once the new house is ready, we can move out. Will you agree? Tuna looked directly into Alex's eyes, her heart tight with emotion. She could feel all the love and care Alex had for her and Henry, but that wasn't the decision she wanted. She couldn't let herself, especially her son, be forced to hide under someone else's protection, even if it was family. She gently pulled her hand from his, her eyes filled with determination, but also a deep pain. Alex. Tuna spoke softly, but firmly. Thank you for everything you've done for me and Henry. But this isn't the decision I want. I won't leave. She took a deep breath, her eyes becoming resolute, but her heart aching. Henry is everything to me, and I will protect him no matter what. No one, not even your mother or anyone else, will hurt him. I promised him, and I won't let him live in the shadows of someone else's schemes. Alex looked at her, his eyes darkened with worry. But he couldn't deny the strength in Tuna's decision. He wanted to protect her, but she wanted to protect her son herself. That made him feel powerless. Tuna Alex said, his voice becoming deep and serious. I understand that you want to protect Henry, but you can't do it alone. I love you, and I want you safe. We can't face your mother alone. She's not someone we can easily deal with. Tuna shook her head, her eyes shining with an unwavering resolve. I'm not afraid of her. The only thing I'm afraid of is that my son will get hurt, and I can't let that happen. She stepped closer to Alex, placing her hand on his chest, feeling the beat of his heart. You're the man I love, but I can't let your love cloud my judgment. My son is everything. I won't let anyone threaten Henry's happiness. Alex's eyes softened, no longer filled with frustration or worry. He looked at Tu. Na let out a long sigh and closed his eyes, feeling all the strength and resolve she exuded. He knew she was stronger than he had ever imagined, and that made him feel both proud and worried. You're right, Alex admitted. I know you're strong, but you also need to know that I'll always be by your side. No matter what decision you make, I'll be here protecting Henry with you. Tuna didn't say anything more, just smiled softly, a smile full of love, but also unwavering resolve. She knew that no one could truly understand the love a mother has for her child, and no one could replace that love. She would do whatever it took to protect Henry and not let anyone, no matter who they were, harm her son. We'll fight together, Alex Tuna, whispered, her eyes shining like the last light in the darkness. We'll protect Henry with everything we have, and no matter what happened, she wouldn't let anyone threaten her little one's happiness.